So I think we're on this candle here, and I'm thinking tomorrow's going to be a big green candle. What do you want to bet? So that was my video from yesterday. New viewers, if you want to be part of a community and a channel, crypto YouTube channel that is one step ahead of most of the crypto YouTube universe, especially analysts, then you are at the right place as long as you can get past me sometimes letting you know you're doing something stupid, calling you stupid, calling myself stupid, everybody's stupid, maybe getting past a little bit of cockiness and arrogance because our community is on fire. But if you're worried about being a step ahead of the crypto YouTube game versus whatever else, whatever other information is out there, you are at the right place. On my channel, I typically cover general market sentiment, Ethereum/Bitcoin in that, and then I separate that with my covering my altcoins that our community covers. And this video will be more like a general market sentiment of the month of May, what to expect. So let's go ahead and start diving into things and make sure I'm recording. Jam. Okay, cool. So now that what I had guessed played out is playing out, a big green candle when most folks were targeting much lower, right? And I even said, what do you want to bet? It's going to be a big green candle. What do you want to bet? And the reason I came up with that is information I provide only to my Patreon community, are my 4-hour ribbons that I came up with, and it works pretty beautifully. So I was seeing that it was bouncing off the gray line, just like almost all coins do. Look how nicely it's respecting it. Worked out perfectly. And I knew that Bitcoin typically, almost every time in a bull run, whenever it dips below the 4-hour midterm ribbon gray line, it'll come back up, race past it, correct down to it, make a higher low, and then start taking off. Booyah! That's how I was so confident in my call. So new viewers, if you want to be part of that community, having some tools that other folks don't have a little bit more intuitive of an analysis that you won't find anywhere else, then keep watching. But you might want to watch my library videos that are in the description section that will get you caught up on trading terminology. You can watch them on 2x speed, and you might want to watch all my previous 5 videos, because I go over how to play ranges, how to potentially 6 and 8 extra money as your favorite coin, let's say Harmony One or Pirate Chain, is going sideways potentially for 100 days. How to make money within a range. So general market sentiment, we're still on track. I think that this month could end up getting hotter faster, especially since Ethereum might be 4,000 bucks by the end of this week. So this will likely still be a month of ranges, making money in ranges. So keep that mentality, but tweak it a little bit. I would say you need to look out for coins that are getting ready to bust out of their range to be ready to play maybe 30% breakout. So a 70-30 month. Range money, breakout money. And breakouts are more fun, right? Even though there might be more money in ranges, but breakouts are just more fun, right? Because you can see our whole bag going up, flying up, right? So let me give you a quick thought process on what to look out for to try to ID, will my range coin that I'm following, is it going to break out? Tone is the perfect example. I start on the weekly. Sometimes you can play the daily, especially with younger assets. But here's what to look out for to determine, hey, is this coin that I'm following and I'm playing a range, is it going to turn into a breakout coin? You look for the let me put on the normal EMAs. You look for a point of consolidation, where it's been ranging, right? And if you have a weak candle close above all of the other closings, not the wicks. The wicks don't matter. The wicks matter for the range, playing ranges, but playing a breakout. So right now it doesn't count because this has not closed, right? However, if this candle closes anywhere above here, the next week after that is probably going to be a big green candle, depending on one thing. Assuming Ethereum and Bitcoin do not take a poop. Want to know what happens when Bitcoin and Ethereum take a poop? When a coin's doing what Tone's doing now? The coin we cover IDEA. It did just this. It had a consolidation period. It closed healthily above the upper end, and the next weeks did start going up. But then Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of started taking a poop, and it went down with it. So if Ethereum and Bitcoin take a poop, even nice posturing coins with a nice posturing getting ready to break out, they can fall down pretty aggressively. So that's what to look out for. So this is why I've said multiple times in my channel, if you're going to play altcoins, because there's more ROI in it, clearly, mathematically is factual, right? Most of my viewers know this already. But this is why I've said multiple times, and I might say it once a week. If you're going to play altcoins, you have to stay in tune with the price behavior of both Ethereum and Bitcoin. You have to be in tune. That's why in my channel, I cover both exclusively. Sometimes I even break up Bitcoin and Ethereum, particularly because they're not moving together. For my, and I had guessed that that's what's going to happen because Bitcoin's doing something it's never done before. It's ranging for a long time during the bull market. But anyway, so that's why I cover altcoins in one and then general market with Ethereum and Bitcoin in another video, because you have to do both if you're going to play altcoins, right? Because what you're seeing on my screen right now. All right. Am I recording? Yes. Okay. So West is another one, another example. Even though this isn't my altcoin video, this is general market sentiment. So I'm giving you things to look out for, assuming Bitcoin and Ethereum stay confident. So this consolidated around its weekly 10, which is what you're looking for. It closed a candle clearly above the other consolidating candles. The next week was up. This is what I think Tone will do next week. Just like how I was confident with today's Bitcoin candle being a big green candle. That was a bodacious guess, right? Like that was a bold guess, and it's happening, but I was super confident with it. I even said, what do you want to bet at the end? Being cocky and arrogant, kind of per usual. And my viewers and patrons, if you're giving me slack about that, that's fine. Like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Like, and honestly, I've told you multiple times on my channel, if I'm doing something stupid, you need to tell me I'm doing something stupid. That applies with other words, cocky, arrogant, whatever. So that's cool. But you're getting the best TA out there, so it's fine. That was so meta, wasn't it? But anyway, so this pattern similar is what I'm looking forward to Tone, but I think Tone is in this week. So I almost anticipate Tone to close its candle somewhere a little, not up here. I don't think it just needs to close above actually this yellow line here. And it probably will. And the next week's might go all the way up to here. Seriously. Actually, I'll keep this here. Oh, no, I already put my green lines up there, what I think it might do. There you go. So I actually thought Tone might close way down here. And then maybe move this up a little bit. Like that. I think that's how the next three... And honestly, that might be too damn low. I'm going to move these up a little bit. I bet the next 3 weeks in a row will be green. Assuming what? Bitcoin and Ethereum stay roughly on course. Right? A down, 2% day is not a correction. It'll still keep its course most likely. All right, so that's the general market sentiment. Play ranges, as we've been covering on my channel, but watch out for your breakouts, because if your playing range is getting ready to break out, you might not want to 50 bag that or 100 bag that, right? I want to play that breakout. All right, so let's go to Ethereum and wrap this biatch up, because I got a live call for my crackhead community on Patreon here shortly. So yeah, I've already looked at Ethereum's Stokes and RSI. There's no bearish divergence. So honestly, as I was suggesting, because I have origin lines and I essentially invented them, no one else had them, I was able to roughly guess that if Ethereum breaks above this, you could have $1,000 1 week candle, because I'm the only one with these origin lines for now until they just start using them. So before anybody, I was able to call that if this happens, the likelihood of $1,000 week is very high. But one thing to watch out for is a fake out halfway through and it comes plummeting back down. It's not a huge plummet, it might be 20%. Yeah, 20% down to its origin line and write it, which is a very common play, which is what it did here. Right? Came back down to it, did it here, came back, it just wrote it. Although it didn't go much, it didn't go halfway up, right? So I guess those technically aren't the same. This just wick past and wrote it. Wick past, wrote it. Or actually, no, not wick past. It closed barely above, wrote it. Closed barely above, wrote it. Anyway, but you might want to look out for something like this, then writing it. But nothing in the charts is indicating that this one's going to play out. But you need to keep watching out for it. Okay? Because that could really change your plans with altcoins. Maybe you shouldn't look for too many breakouts. You're probably going to keep playing ranges, which is very profitable. So that's my market update. Watch out for this. However, right now, it's not in the charts. Let me show you how I'm seeing this. This is the RSI, weekly RSI of Ethereum. Looks very healthy. It's essentially playing, it's on a trend line. It's good to go. good to go. No divergences. 2-day, good to go. Kind of got down to a correction point, and it's bouncing strongly off of its moving average, which is this line here, new viewers. And its moving average has a positive slope. It hasn't done this yet, which would be bearish divergence, because this would be a higher high than that on price, but a lower high on RSI. It hasn't happened because this hasn't angled down and closed. Looking good on the 2-day. Daily, same as the 2-day. 12-hour, even better. This is like playing a little channel, even though I don't like pattern trading, but there are patterns in RSI too, I guess. Not that your analysis should be based really off of it, but yeah, everything's looking super healthy. So this looks like it's this week. So it started off at 2,900 or so. I think this week it closed at 3,900 or 4,000. The next week closed at around 4,200 to 4,600. These next two, this week and next week of Ethereum, I think are going to be pretty big. There's nothing saying it's going to slow down. So this truly will likely be a $1,000 Ethereum week. Exactly as I predicted, but literally I did. So, however, it can change on a dime. And if the charts tell me to change on a dime, I will change on a dime too, right? So I'm not sticking to my guess. You don't make just one guess. If the charts tell me to change my analysis, I change my analysis instantly, right? Just like, as my community knows, I was the first crypto YouTuber to go from bearish to it's not going back under 50K. The correction's over. As everybody else was targeting 39.5, 40,000, 42,000. I said, nope, it's done. I changed on a dime because the charts told me, and I am prepared to do that here. But right now, the charts are saying Ethereum's going to close this week around 3,900 or 4,000. It's going to be a $1,000 week as of now in the charts. In terms of buyback point, so since my biggest blunder, since I started YouTubing in my technical analysis, absolutely has been Ethereum. I didn't really expect it to pass this origin line, but it was definitely among the top 5 most probables, but it wasn't in my top 3. So I definitely got this wrong. This was my worst call, since I've been YouTubing. So community members, if you weren't able to get into a long position on Ethereum or just buy Ethereum and you wanted to, or just anybody else looking for a good entry on Ethereum, I found something. And this will help you gauge overall market sentiment so you know how to play ranges and or breakouts this month of May, right? This will show you whether or not you want to change your analysis. So I probably won't change my tune unless something like this happens. The 2-day Stokes of Ethereum are going to be our heads up. It's going to be the thing to watch this entire month, I'm telling you right now. And if this becomes the talk of the town on YouTube, so be it. It's going to help everybody. But this is what people should be watching, okay? Because I'm here to help folks. So look at all these points: resistance, 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 support, support, resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance, support. So that's the top line. The bottom line, same type of deal, but the other way. Support, 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 support. So the thing to watch to see if this is going to turn around and do that halfway fake out is if the Stokes go past here. It's that simple. If the Stokes come in here and start curling back up, once it curls back up confidently, that might be your good entry into Ethereum if you missed your feel you missed your chance, because my analysis on it was bad. I made a blunder on it, and I had forewarned folks. My calls have been insanely on fire. It will end, and it absolutely ended with Ethereum. I was totally wrong on Ethereum, right? So I'm not always arrogant and cocky, folks. When I'm wrong on something, I'm not shy about it. I don't mention it in my future videos like perhaps other people you see, they continue saying, this is exactly what I was talking about. No. I just saw you yesterday. You called this and it didn't happen, right? So when I'm totally wrong on something, I want you to know because I want to help make up for it if it affected, your other decision-making, how to get back into it, right? So, this, what I just said, the 2-day Stokes on Ethereum is it. That would be your good entry point. But also it's the point to say, hey, the general market is going to change its tune, and Ethereum's going to take a 20% dump, or it already has begun. It might already be 5% down if it breaks this and doesn't start crawling back up. then you might want to start keeping your 20 bags into Tether if they start popping, right? If things sell, hit your sell orders, and then Ethereum's down here, you might want, not financial advice, I would want to keep a lot of Tether at that moment to try to buy everything back 20% lower because alts, you know, take bigger dives. This is what I'm looking for specifically. However, also a good buyback point would be if you see it come anywhere in here, whether it's here, whether it's here, whether it's halfway in, doesn't matter. Once it comes down and it starts confidently curling back up, that might be a pretty good entry. And if you're looking to take a, you know, a long-term, long hold position on leverage on something, you know, a coin like Ethereum or Bitcoin to hold it to the rest of the year, this also might be a good time to, this could end up being a great time to do it when Stokes come down to this box. Stokes will come down to this box. It's just a question of when. And Stokes honestly will at some point come down here, but that might not happen until September or in the bear market. It might only see this one more time on the 2-day during the bull run, right? So the 2-day Stokes, that's how you're going to know if, you know, 𝐒𝐫𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 or you should change your tune on your game plan for May, how to make money in crypto and general market sentiment. And that's all I got for you. So new viewers, if you found this helpful, go ahead and you do subscribe. You need to leave me a comment. Let me know whether you want to be a cryptillion or a crypto crackhead, because those are the rules of this community. You have to pick a crypto pronoun. They are gender neutral. I think they're gender fluid. A lot of people said they are. So they wake up a cryptillion one day and they're crackheaded next because they can't stop clicking around. You need to let me know in the comment section. And current viewers and community, once your portfolio hits 7 figures, leave me a comment, because I will begin your evolution formally, or I will transition you. I will evolve you into a profit pimp once you leave me that comment and you have a 7-figure crypto portfolio, because it's going to start happening here around June, July. There are going to be a lot of you. And you just got typified. We'll see you next time.